everybody is pulling up to everybody else's neighborhoods.
Pulling up to some seat.
LA is in a state of
Here's
turmoil.
the thing with me, right? And I'm going to say this. Pulling up to somebody's neighborhood, right? If you're on that top of time and videotaping yourself pulling up to the neighborhood tells me you just on some bozo shit.
Some clout
because
chasing?
when we pulled up to somebody's neighborhood on that top of time, we went through the streets and we went to the blocks where they at. And if we didn't see that person, then we left a little reminder that we pulled up in the neighborhood.
By killing a random person?
I mean, no, ain't no random. It's like, you know, you got to remember, I'm always guilty of being where I'm from every day.
Okay.
Right? So when you clout chasing like that, now what happens is now you have gotten attention of the neighborhood, right? 4Extra's neighborhood is way bigger than him. He's a molecule when it comes to what that neighborhood stands for and how deep it is. It's more people that don't understand the internet over there that do. So now you get the penitentiary phones calling. You get the dudes in the streets that don't even know how to work their phone saying who's this, who is that. And this is why I'm getting calls from people's neighborhoods saying, look, Wack, we ain't looking for these type of issues because we already got our own issues where we at, right? We ain't got no issues with these people, but we know this dude is representing what we representing. Can you put me on the phone with these people over there? And that's what I've been doing for the last week or so because it makes no sense because people will do away games, right? Don't think because you over there, people won't drive over there and probably won't see you. But the chick that said they be on this block, when they don't see you, guess what they do? They wet the block. Now, is that worth trolling somebody in their neighborhood?
Right. Because
why didn't he just pull up and catch 4Extras here? If he catch 4Extras walking out there, or he pull up, 4Extras gonna give him a fade right there. 4Extras ain't that 4Extras gonna give him a fade. He just not giving him the promotional fade. If he run into 4Extras, right, he gonna give him a fight.
Okay, when I talked to King Pill about this yesterday, as you can probably tell, because his fake perks still on the table. Anyway, I was asking him about this and telling him, you know, you've really made this more serious than you probably intended to because
you
now...
playing.
Huh?
You playing.
How am I playing?
Because...
I was trying to set up a boxing match.
I'm going to be real. I'll tell you how you playing. You go over there to a very prominent neighborhood and they acknowledge you.
Where?
You acknowledge them.
What neighborhood are you talking about?
4Extra neighborhood.
Okay.
Right? You did something ordinarily they don't let people do. Right? But, and I'm going to tell you because I started to get the blame for it. They really was saying, Wack, you got the Crips out the building and brought the Bloods in. I didn't know what they was talking about because I didn't know that you had went to New York and I had no idea. You didn't even tell me you was doing that, right? I had no idea, right? So now they look up and they see you, and I know what you're doing. You just doing your little content thing and seeing if there's another character or personality to tap into, you know, to continue your business. That's your business. But now it's like the dude is disrespecting the spot that showed you love, you embracing that, right? So now what happens is 4Extra starts to catch a little flack behind it. You don't see it because he's in street politics. This is why when I got called to say, hey, we want to come interview, hey, listen, homie, I got business with some of them people. I don't know why you doing what you doing. If you got an issue with 4Extras, keep it right there. But for me being where I'm from, to sit you at my table means I'm stamping that your actions, and I don't agree with them.
Okay, so they went to the 40s after my trip to New York with King Pill.
I understand that.
So and King Pill was actually pretty upset with me because I told him that we couldn't post the video of his song if it included footage of him going to that neighborhood.
Definitely couldn't do it.
And that also that I wasn't going to be able to go to Pomona and do the video shoot in his neighborhood, which happened yesterday. I actually sent Lush.
That's respectful.
Crash Dummy Lush. I sent him to do it instead. And I guess everything went pretty well. And then they came and we did the interview afterwards. And King Pill, I mean, he stopped short of apologizing, but he definitely was trying to kind of explain things and make it as if like he was acting like, oh, when I went there, I didn't disrespect the 40s, I didn't disrespect 4Extra, etc. I'm like, bro, you were filming yourself with a gun in the car, and then you were in the neighborhood with red rags and everything and all this. Now, apparently he went to the wrong neighborhood. That's what a lot of people are saying, because I guess Smack was notified and pulled up right afterwards, and it's actually a park that is typically associated with the Hoovers.
Well, I don't know. All I do know is I believe they was in that neighborhood. It was just a street over from where they really be. I was a little bothered by G Uno because I'm like, G Uno, you already on your rebuild mission. Mm-hmm. You went to jail right when your spark was going, and you come home, dude ain't on your level with what you're doing as a rapper, but you're letting him drag you down there to the trolling, the stuff he feels he has to do to be acknowledged. Now, because you there, the phone is ringing. Now, we already got enough we all got to worry about, right, and be aware of. But you got some gangs that's like the 40s ain't tripping Pacoimas because we where we at, they where they at.
Exactly, yeah.
We didn't have our issues. I'm pretty sure Warren's in the county jail when random accident happened. That just happens, right? And that happens with us not knowing who each other's from. Mm-hmm. But when you start to do that, because you got to remember, he's from like Long Beach, he's from a border neighborhood of LA County.
Right.
He's the last city in LA County before you go to another county. So they're the bridge, right? Long Beach is Orange County, Pomona is San Bernardino County, right? So they're out the way, and internally, they dealing with Trey 5-7, Southside Villages, Pomona 12 Streets, the Sharks, SA. They got serious wars over there. It's bloody over there. It's a fact. But they don't need no miscellaneous search parties coming out when they're already dealing with what they're dealing with because somebody playing on the internet. Now, but you had a reason.
But Bob DiGiuno is a lot closer to home. So that everybody's kind of looking at that
there
like,
you have it.
That could be an issue.
There you have it. Yeah. That's what I told the homie. I'm like, bro, I don't understand what you doing. You letting this dude who ain't really on your level drag you down there with him, right? But what he don't understand, being from where he at, is that this a grimy, treacherous, two-faced gutter down here. Everybody got babies by certain people's sisters, relatives from across the street and over here, and you will get politicked on and won't even know you being lined up and fed to the wolves. And guess what? You can drive 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and you still ain't back in the comforts of your block. So you a long way from home to be down here playing. So, hopefully they get it right because it's already things going on. It's a few wars going on. Summertime is here. We got the Hispanics going through what they going through. And I've been sitting back really on the edge because I don't know what that's going to lead to.
Really?
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that could blow up on us all. Anybody that's black, anybody that's from the streets who's not on their toes watching what's going on in these streets, because it's a distraction going on, right? Everybody's distracted on what's going on downtown and what's going on in these little pockets with the protests, and while the distraction is going on, people might make the decision like, you know what? Since they ain't standing with us, then we're going to stand against them.
Oh, so you think we're on the verge of a race war of sorts?
It's possible, and you got to prepare yourself for the possibilities. I hope it doesn't happen, but it's possible because they could sit back and say, hey, they ain't standing with us, so they're against us. So you know what? While we dealing with ICE, we going to deal with them too before they get us, right? They could be, and then we going to go back. They could be on that. And I sat back and I kind of ran it through my mind, should we be out there on the front line with them? So I thought about Rodney King, I thought about George Floyd, and you get your view, but that was a Negro thing, and that's what we had to deal with.
That was like 30 years ago.
It doesn't matter when it was.
Don't you feel like the Mexicans were out in force during the George Floyd protests?
Not at all. I didn't see them like that. I mean, you're going to see, I saw white people front line to keep it real, but I didn't see a movement to where La Raza was saying, hey, we out there with you, right? I didn't see that. And guess what? It wasn't their obligation or responsibility.